Council agenda, Township Parsippany-Troy Hills, Township Council agenda meeting on March 3rd, 2026. Introduction, posting a notice. Adequate notice of this meeting has been provided in accordance with the requirements of the Open Public Meetings Law by filing the notice in the office of the Township Clerk and by posting the meeting notice on the bulletin board at the municipal building on December 4th, 2025, where it remained posted since that day. A legal notice appeared in the Daily Record and the New York Star Ledger on December 17th, 2025. Can I please ask everyone to stand for the flag salute?
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, roll call. Mr. Karifi?
Here.
Mr. Kavanaugh?
Here.
Mr. McGrath?
Here.
Ms. Patel?
Here.
Ms. Hernandez?
Here.
Also in attendance are Mayor Polkett Desai. We got Township Attorney Joe DeMarco, Business Administrator Mark Seaman, Municipal Clerk Colette Madden. Council President, we have a quorum. May we begin?
Yes.
Thank you. Upcoming meetings, we have March 17th, 2026 at 7 p.m., which is the regular meeting. We have April 7th, 2026 at 7 p.m., which is the agenda meeting. Moving along to ordinances, second reading. Given that this is the first meeting, we have a few ordinances for second reading at this particular point in time. We're going to go ahead and move along. Ordinance 2026-07, an ordinance implementing the Township Fourth Round Housing Plan Element and Fair Share Plan consistent with the terms of a mediation agreement reached between the Township of Parsippany and the Fair Share Housing Center in accordance with the New Jersey Fair Housing Act and relevant regulations and policies, and to amend, supplement, and revise the Code of the Township of Parsippany, Chapter 430, Article LX, Affordable Housing, to amend the following particulars of the chapter. The notice for ordinance 2026-07 was published in the Daily Record, the official newspaper of the Township of Parsippany-Troy Hills on February 25th, 2026, introduced at the February 17th, 2026 regular meeting. May I please have a motion to accept ordinance 2026-07, which is heard in second and final reading?
Motion. Second.
Motion made by Ms. Patel, seconded by Ms. Hernandez. Roll call, Mr. Karifi.
Yes.
Mr. Kavanaugh.
Yes.
Mr. McGrath.
No.
Ms. Patel.
Yes.
And Ms. Hernandez.
Yes.
Okay, 4-1. Motion passes. May I please have a motion to open up the public hearing?
Motion. Second.
Motion made by Ms. Hernandez, seconded by Ms. Patel. Roll call, Mr. Karifi.
Yes.
Mr. Kavanaugh.
Yes.
Mr. McGrath.
Yes.
Ms. Patel.
Yes.
And Ms. Hernandez.
Yes.
Okay, the floor is open to the public on this ordinance only. Only on this ordinance.
Good evening, Ken Rossi. I just wanted to ask quickly.
1 second, Ken. I don't know what's going on with that mic.
Very good. Does this ordinance include information on the number of additional housing units and how we're going to go about meeting them? Anybody?
Hold on. Just give me a second.
Repeat the question.
Well, I'd like more information. I've not kept up with this. I'd like more information on how many units we're going to have to build and how we're going to go about doing that. And so I'm asking, is that information in this ordinance, or is there some other source of information that we need?
I guess you can see the amendment to the Fair Share Housing Plan.
Yeah, so there is a, it should be online, or agreement with Fair Share that the court entered into the order that requires Parsippany to build 496 affordable units in total for the third and fourth rounds.
That's certainly much less than we heard from the last mayor, so.
Well, that's the affordable units, right? So understand the math, right? I'm just gonna be honest with you, right? That's the 20% set-aside number. So the other 80% is the market rate, right? So that's the full number, but that's what you do.
Yeah, okay.
All right?
So that's available on the town
So,
website?
the court judgment, yes, the actual plan, yes. So what this does is it adopts that, overall component of the fourth round, the requirements of it and the terms of that fourth round. And then the next ordinances deal with the zoning to put that in effect for various sites.
Is that this ordinance?
Nope, those are the next
What's
ones.
going to be next?
Well, the next one meaning like 2 minutes from now. Next.
Yeah.
All right, there's a bunch on tonight that have different densities, different locations throughout town.
Okay, and if these are passed tonight, they'll be posted on the website?
Yeah, they're available,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay, thank you very much.
Not a problem, sir.
Anyone else? Seeing no one, can I get a motion to close the public hearing?
Motion.
Second.
Motion made by Mr. Hernandez, seconded by Ms. Patel. Whereas the above ordinance was read in title on second reading and a hearing held thereon, now therefore be it resolved that this ordinance be passed on final reading and that notice of final passage of said ordinance be published in a newspaper according to law. Motion to approve the resolution above for ordinance 2026-07. May I please have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Motion made by Mr. Hernandez, seconded by Mr. Karifi. Roll call. Mr. Karifi.
Yes.
Mr. Kavanaugh.
Yes.
Mr. McGrath.
So Colette, I'd like to read a statement just as we kind of move into this that I want to just get on the record.
Sure.
There are 7 sites that are going to be voted on tonight, including in this redevelopment plan. And though I do believe these sites need to have an alternative use, I do not believe that they should be granted future pilots. And I have a lot of concerns with how this has worked in the past and how this looks to be working here in the future. So I just want to give a couple reasons so that everybody there listening and people that come back and listen to this can understand. When a site is granted a pilot agreement, the new buildings will not be billed taxes, which means we're removing them from our ratables. They'll be exempt from paying conventional taxes like the rest of us have to pay. What that means is that the tax rate for all of the people that have to pay traditional taxes will go up. Just like if you go and search it over the last 10 years, Parsippany has had an increase in its tax rate. Because, as everybody knows, these commercial sites are going away, and as we're adding pilots, they're continuing to remove them. Now, when I looked at these sites, I requested information because I felt that they were put on too quickly. I asked the clerk to provide me information about where these locations are and how much are they worth from a tax perspective, which was provided to me by our tax assessor. And when you look at it, the total for these units is right around $100 million. So $100 million has the potential to be removed out of our ratables. And that's critical when you start to consider who has to make up the difference. Because if these go to become pilots, again, they're removed from our ratables. What could we get if we build with traditional buildings and not pilots? So I'm just cautioning and asking my fellow council members that as these come forward, if there's a potential for a pilot, I suggest you vote no, because these are going to hurt our town more than they're going to help. My answer is no, Clay.
Thank you, Mr. McGrath. Ms. Patel?
No, Mr. DeMarco, I just have a question here. So this, right now,
Before we go through, can we just take the vote
Okay, sure, go ahead.
and then we'll go ahead. So we have a no from Mr. McGrath. Ms. Patel?
Okay, so I would like to also just say something very quickly.
Can you just speak into the mic?
Yes, so I would like to say something very quickly about these. I want to clarify that we are not voting on pilots tonight. This is rezoning of 7 locations that were designated under the last administration when 3 of the council people up here were sitting on the dais. So 3 folks were in on this decision to designate these locations. They were on the dais. This is not a pilot vote. We are rezoning locations in town that were designated by the last administration. That is all. I'm voting yes.
Mr. Hernandez?
And I was one of those 3 people. We're voting on the fair share housing element. There were amendments made, and these are the zoning for those properties. There's no pilots we're speaking about. I'm voting yes.
Okay. Before I announce it, well, it's a 4-1 vote, but Mr. Karifi, you had something to say, sir?
I just have a scenario to ask Mr. DeMarco. So right now, these votes have nothing to do with a pilot right now, unless a developer comes in the future and says, hey, I'm requesting a pilot. So in the future, let's just say every developer came to us and said, what happened to us last time? Well, I can't build it unless I get a pilot. And we say, no, 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 no. And every location that we have on the map, we said, you can build it. We're designating it like we are now for those apartments or whatever, but we're not giving you a pilot.
Mhm.
And every single location is a no for a pilot. And every developer says, well, then I'm not going to build it.
we've fulfilled our obligation. We've designated that area, right? I mean, you can't force us to give a pilot,
I'm waiting for you to be done.
right? They can't force us to give them a pilot. If we say no to every location, we've done our due diligence, we've done our job, we've listed our locations that we've designated to meet our affordable housing. If all these developers say, well, now I can't build it because without a pilot, then we say, all right, we'll bring in the next developer then that can. How does that work?
So that's, just want to make sure everyone can hear me. So it's unknown, uncharted territory in some respects.
Okay.
Right? And the reason why I say that is what you're adopting tonight was mandated by the state.
Right.
Right? No one likes it.
Right.
I can use some choice words myself about what I think about it, right? But that's what the state has made us adopt. Enforced by a judge, with a consent order and an order entered into by the town. That requirement was that you needed to put the zoning in place to hit that number by March 15th. So this scene is playing out in many municipalities and many town halls and many council people, right? We're not unique to it. That is our obligation, right? Is to do our best efforts to honor the mandate to build a certain number of affordable housing. To your question is, if it's not successful, what happens then, right? If these sites are not successful or we don't put the tools in place, whether that's additional zoning, whether that's a pilot, whether that's a redevelopment agreement, whether that's improvements to roads or whatever, right? Every town has a different thing. You run the risk, and it's a risk, right? Or the possibility that those developers get to go back in court and say, hey, this is a viable site, but the town is not partaking or helping us, or you're going to have to find other sites or other things, right? So it doesn't, just saying no to the pilot doesn't remove the obligation. I just want to make sure everybody understands that.
No, I know that, but I'm saying
Correct.
like, okay, so you said our other locations. So we have these 7. So let's say if they say, well, we're not building it without a pilot.
Correct.
And then the state would say, okay, that developer's out, you need to find another location. And we say, okay, we have location
So at
F right now.
Correct.
But we tell F, we're not giving you a pilot either. So,
at a certain point in time,
right.
The state has set up, there are 3 parties to this, right? It's the municipality, and then there is the fair share, which is the state organization, and then there is the builders, right? Developers, builders. It is what's referred to as a builder's remedy, right? So that builder can go into court and say, this town is not complying with the overall 4th round. So I'm going to file what's called the builder's remedy, and I'm going to have a judge do the zoning and take over the development. Whether or not that requires financial assistance or things of that nature is uncharted territory in some respects.
I mean, I get all the other things. I'm just saying is if
my
we just
point
said
to
no
is-
to every pilot in the future and they try to turn around and
If
go,
you say no to every pilot, you could be perceived by a court at a later date as taking steps to not implement the plan.
even though we've already implemented a number of pilots?
I'm just saying.
No, I
that
get
don't
you.
know, I
Yeah,
don't know.
like you said, it's uncharted.
It's uncharted. I
Okay.
don't know what a court's determination would be.
I just want the public to
in terms
realize
of that.
this as well.
So you can't, the reason why the 4th round changed, right? In the 3rd round, you did not have to adopt the zoning at the beginning. You just had to identify sites. And what happened was people identified non-buildable sites and they never built. So the court now has said, hey, we're not going to let you do that. We'll put you on a very fast time frame. We're going to make you put the zoning in place. So whether we like it or not, once these ordinances become perfected, right, they get published and they're done, those sites are permitted to build those densities that this ordinance does. Whether they do it, how they do it, what financial concerns or whatever, they have the right to build it, right? So we no longer just say, hey, we think that ShopRite might be a good conversion. We now have said, this is the site, and we agree to 70 units, 80 units, 100 units, whatever it is. Now, if they can figure it out financially without having to come back to the town, they're going to build it, right? They're just going to build it, and there's no way you can stop it. I understand what you're saying regarding the pilots. Do I anticipate that we will get pilot applications after you adopt these? Absolutely, yeah. I mean, Bob Venezia knows you're going to get a pilot application, right? What you do with it is totally up to you, right? How you judge that, how you evaluate it, whether you think it's good, it's bad, right? I can only guide you to where the road is now, and where the road is now, these need to be adopted by March 15th, right? That's my recommendation. Take it for whatever, but that's what it is. But will people come and seek tax advantages? Sure, right? A homeowner would seek a tax advantage if it was available to them, right? I expect that. It's incumbent upon me and us to evaluate those things and say yes, say no, say not now, say come back later, shop's closed. I don't care what the response is, but we just need to go through a process.
Right.
This is just the first step in the process. But I didn't want anyone to think that, like, I'm going to tell you, oh, no, it's never coming, and then they come and go, oh, I didn't have one. No, we know they're going to come. Everybody knows that. What you do with it is what you do with it.
So can I say something to be clear? When we're voting on this, we're not voting for pilots,
Correct.
okay? Because that's how it
Correct.
sounds
Yep.
when we're talking about this. And we're voting on zoning. We're
You're-
not voting for pilots, nor are we voting on making it easy.
Correct. You're just changing the zoning, the underlying zoning. So, if it was a one-family zone, now it's a two-family
So that we
zone.
can meet our obligation.
So that what I'm required to, within 48 hours, file these ordinances with the court so they can see that they were done prior to the March 15th deadline. And as I was talking to one of the residents, there was a conversation, we were part of, Parsippany did challenge it, was part of the Montvale lawsuit that was filed in federal district court. The judge ruled against us. It was taken to the Third Circuit Court of Appeals, federal court. That judge ruled against us. It was actually taken to the Supreme Court. First time I was ever part of a case in the Supreme Court, so might be the only good thing about this whole thing. The petition was given to Justice Alito, who is from New Jersey, fairly conservative. If you're going to get a home court advantage ref call, that's where it would have came, and it didn't come, right? So, that's a person who lives in New Jersey and knows what we're all experiencing, and he didn't throw us a life preserver. So we've exhausted all the federal appeals. The case is still active, but the goal was to try to slow the process up. We were unsuccessful, and hence that's why we're here with like a week left in the clock to try to approve these things, to just satisfy the court order and be compliant.
Okay, moving along.
So, well, hold on, Clegg, because I do want to respond. I want to be very, very clear here. I understand what the Council Vice President and Council President said. This is not a vote for a pilot, but this is exactly how Park went down. Everything is rushed, there's no pilot, and then magically pilots come in and we're forced to make bad decisions, which I voted against. And this feels like it's being forced through again, and that has me very concerned. And as Mr. DeMarco just said, they're all going to come and ask for one. So, or more than likely, maybe not. But that has me very concerned, because I want to go back to what I said. There's about $2 billion that we pull in from commercial and industrial out of the $7 billion in taxes. If we take now, was that 18 locations off the tax rolls, every resident has to eat it. Then you add on PFAS, you add on all the piping, you add on all the other things that we're going to layer on. We're going to have like a 6 or 7% tax rate, and then they're going to do a reassess or something else, because we are going to burden all of the town taxpayer with this. That is why I'm being so adamant. That is why I'm being just honest with everybody up here. Think about what you're voting for. Think about the impact to the taxpayer in our town, please.
Okay, moving along, ordinance 2026-08, an ordinance to amend chapter 430 entitled zoning of the revised general ordinances of the township of Parsippany-Troy Hills to establish a new AHD MU2 affordable housing mixed-use zone block 411 lot 31.1. The notice for ordinance 2026-08 was published in a daily record, the official newspaper of the township of Parsippany-Troy Hills, on February 23rd, 2026, and introduced at the February 17th, 2026 regular meeting. May I please have a motion to accept ordinance 2026-08, which is heard in its second and final reading?
Motion.
Second.
Motion made by Ms. Patel, seconded by Ms. Hernandez. Roll call. Mr. Karifi?
Yes.
Mr. Kavanaugh?
Yes.
Mr. McGrath?
No.
Ms. Patel,
Yes.
and Ms. Hernandez.
Yes.
Okay, motion passes. Public hearing, can I please have a motion to open up the public hearing for ordinance 2026-08?
Motion.
Second.
Motion made by Mr. Karifi, seconded by Ms. Patel. Roll call, Mr. Karifi?
Yes.
Mr. Kavanaugh?
Yes.
Mr. McGrath?
Yes.
Ms. Patel?
Yes.
And Ms. Hernandez? Floor is open to the public on this ordinance only. Coming up, Mr. Pizzano?
Tony Fasano, 41 Robin Hood Road, Morris Plains, New Jersey. Question, can we get a spreadsheet of every combined project of the 2,500 units that I'm estimating to be built? How many bedrooms, what their status is, so we can actually run our cost per person versus taxes versus what it costs each person in the town? So like a P&L?
So, Mr. Pizzano,
Go ahead.
I believe Mr. Cassis has some type of a spreadsheet similar to what you're asking for. I don't know if it's the exact one, but something very similar.
It might not have the actual bedroom count because these are just bulk standards, but it'll have a unit count.
Yeah, it's a rough estimate, because we're looking at 2,500.
No, it's units, but you said bedrooms, so I couldn't tell you.
Including in the spreadsheet bedroom.
Correct, but my point is, they can give you the units, they might not be able to give you,
The builder should be able to publish what he's putting in.
that, all this does,
I know this is your zone.
correct.
I understand that. I'm asking for projected costs so we can look at it.
If,
With Mr. McGrath, because he's excellent on finances, we can turn around and actually take our projected cost of all these units, and what it's going to cost.
Correct, I understand that, but what I'm trying to tell you is that
That's exactly what you're saying.
we have something similar, Mr.
if
Pizzano.
you- okay, so what I'm trying,
You have the units, but we don't have the bedrooms.
Sir, we're not gonna do it back and forth, if you'd let him
I
finish.
don't have the bedroom count.
Okay,
Right.
can we request that from the builders?
I don't know if they are designed, or if these projects have been designed, or,
From my understanding of it, like what's going on in gateways, they are designed.
okay,
They are 2 or 3 bedroom units.
I understand that.
We'll get to what.
Whatever
Yeah.
has been submitted to the town, I just want to be honest that if you didn't get something, no one thought that we were hiding it. So we will give you everything, but I didn't want you to be surprised if you didn't have a bedroom count.
No, I understand.
Okay.
If you come in and see me, Mr. Pizzano, I can have you, we'll talk and I'll have you meet with, Dan, and we'll see what we can get for you.
Sounds good.
You got it. Mr. Schwartz, for this ordinance only, correct? Okay.
No.
Absolutely not. Mr. Schwartz, I'm sorry I didn't have the thing today. Okay.
As someone who worked in Jersey City and who saw what happened in Jersey City with the runaway pilots there, not having a bedroom count is not acceptable, simply because if you're going to have units that are going to be a studio or a bedroom, you're not going to have children. Once you get into a 2 or a 3 bedroom unit, you're going to have children, which are going to add to the school rolls, which are going to add to taxes.
Correct.
So why can't we get, or is there a way to estimate how many studios and 1 bedrooms there will be, which will not add students compared to the 2 and 3 bedrooms, which are going to swamp our present student count?
So, I'm waiting for you to be done before I answer. I'm waiting for you to be done before I answer.
That's all you got, Mr. Suarez?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, sir.
So on the affordable units, yes. On the market rate units, no. What I mean by that is the state also mandates of affordable units that a minimum of the affordable units need to be 3 bedrooms, a maximum of the affordable units can be studios and one-bedrooms, and what's left is a two-bedroom. So, taking that, if you said there were 500 affordable units, you would say, minimum of them, 20%, will be three bedrooms. That's 100, if I did my math correct. Maximum will be one bedrooms, that's another 100, and that would leave you 300 two bedrooms. That's on the affordable. What I can't tell you, which was the gentleman's different question, was on the taxes, whether or not the market rates will be one-bedroom studios or two bedrooms. I couldn't tell you what the other 80% makeup is. So that's the challenge.
That's correct. Each affordable application, each site, we know what they are. Each project, we know what they are. How many studios, how many, one, three, two, they're set amount. They come in with that number. So we know what the affordable is.
Mr. Barris, did you want to say something?
Tim Barrios, 24 Farmstead Drive. So I am a member of the Parsippany Board of Education, but I am currently speaking on behalf of myself, and I'm not speaking on behalf of the district or the Board of Education. Yeah, this seems like deja vu all over again. So anybody sitting up here who thinks that after you vote yes on all these rezonings, that a good percentage of them are going to become pilots. I've got a bridge, goes over a bed of water between New Jersey and New York to sell you. Because they're going to become pilots.
Well,
Because I'm not done yet.
I'm not.
I'm regaining my time, please.
I'm asking if this has to do with this ordinance.
Yes, it has to do with
Wait for
this
the public.
ordinance and the rest of them.
Okay.
But I'll speak to this ordinance.
Yeah, speaking to this one, that's
Okay.
fine. Go ahead, Mr. Barry.
So it's the same point. The point is that this one, whether it's specifically this one or the one next, the one prior, is going to become a pilot. Okay, and those tax dollars are going to get sucked out of the township. And as I'm standing here as a member of the Board of Education, I'm fighting for the damn Board of Education. Okay? So, just like it was in 2023, when these nice people up here in 2023 said, oh, no, we're just doing this, and it all turned out they were pilots. So, I'm not sure, because the next thing is going to be is, well, we got to do a pilot, or it's going to be builder's remedy. And as I provided Mr. Musella back when he was on the council in December, that's a bogus red herring argument, because there was only one builder's remedy resolution since 2016 out of over 500 municipalities in Jersey. So all I'm trying to say is that from one member of the public to other members of the public, if you're sitting there saying this, we're only doing this because, then you're fooling yourself, because the next thing's going to be a pilot. And you're going to have to say yes, because you're going to be afraid of the boogeyman, which is builder's remedy or one of the other solutions. Okay? But in the meantime, it'll still be the same story. The people who don't have pilots, like residents, are going to pay. The school district is going to suffer, because these 3-bedroom affordables bring 3 bedrooms worth of children that will have to go to our schools. And just like we're going to be saying on March 12th, is that the school budget is going to be something, and we don't get to have a pilot at the school budget. Okay, and we can't claim builder's remedy and all these miracles that happen. I'm begging this council. We heard so many fairy tales and nonsense in the last 4 years. I am asking you to consider this before you vote yes. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Barris. Okay, seeing no one else, can I please have a motion to close the public hearing for ordinance 2026-08?
Motion.
Second.
Motion made by Mr. Karifi, seconded by Ms. Patel. Roll call, Mr. Karifi.
Yes.
Mr. Kavanaugh.
Yes.
Mr. McGrath.
Yes.
Ms. Patel.
Yes.
And, Ms. Hernandez.
Yes.
Floor is closed. Whereas the above ordinance was read in title on second reading and a hearing held thereon, now therefore be it resolved that this ordinance be passed on final reading and that notice of final passage of said ordinance be published in a newspaper according to law. May I please have a motion to approve the resolution for ordinance 2026-08? Motion?
Motion.
Second.
Motion made by Ms. Patel, seconded by Mr. Karifi. Roll call, Mr. Kavanaugh?
Yes.
Mr. Karifi?
Yes.
Mr. McGrath?
No.
Ms. Patel?
Yes.
And Ms. Hernandez?
Yes.
4-1, motion passes. Ordinance 2026-09, an ordinance to amend Chapter 430 entitled Zoning of the Revised General Ordinance of the Township of Parsippany-Troy Hills to amend Section 430-4, Districts Established, Section 430-5, Terms Defined, Section 430-35, Attachment 2, and establish a new AHD-8 Affordable Housing District Zone, Block 175, Lot 52. The notice for ordinance 2026-09 was published in a daily record, the official newspaper of the Township of Parsippany-Troy Hills on February 23, 2026, and introduced at the February 17, 2026 regular meeting. Motion to accept ordinance 2026-09, which is heard in its second and final reading. May I please have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Motion made by Mr. Hernandez, seconded by Mr. Karifi. Roll call, Mr. Karifi.
Yes.
Mr. Kavanaugh.
Yes.
Mr. McGrath.
No.
Ms. Patel.
Yes.
And Mr. Hernandez.
Yes.
Okay. May I please have a motion to open up the public hearing for ordinance 2026-09?
Motion.
Motion
Second.
made by Ms. Patel, seconded by Mr. Hernandez. Roll call, Mr. Karifi.
Yes.
Mr. Kavanaugh.
Yes.
Mr. McGrath.
Yes.
Ms. Patel.
Yes.
Mr. Hernandez.
Yes.
Floor is open to the public on this ordinance only. Seeing no one, can I have a motion to close, please?
Motion.
Second.
Motion made by Mr. Hernandez, seconded by Ms. Patel. Roll call, Mr. Karifi.
Yes.
Mr. Kavanaugh.
Yes.
Mr. McGrath.
Yes.
Ms. Patel.
Yes.
Mr. Hernandez.
Yes.
Whereas the above ordinance was read in title on second reading and hearing held thereon, now therefore be it resolved that this ordinance be passed on final reading and that notice of final passage of said ordinance be published in a newspaper according to law. Motion to approve the resolution above for ordinance 2026-09.
Motion.
Second.
Motion made by Mr. Hernandez, seconded by Ms. Patel. Roll call, Mr. Karifi.
Yes.
Mr. Kavanaugh.
Yes.
Mr. McGrath.
No.
Ms. Patel.
Yes.
And Mr. Hernandez.
Yes.
4-1, motion passes. Moving along, ordinance 2026-10, an ordinance to amend Chapter 430 entitled Zoning of the Revised General Ordinances of the Township of Parsippany-Troy Hills to establish a new AHD Affordable Housing District Zone, Block 420, Lot 2. The notice for ordinance 2026-10 was published in a daily record, the official newspaper of the Township of Parsippany-Troy Hills on February 23, 2026, and introduced at the February 17, 2026 regular meeting. Motion to accept ordinance 2026-10, which is heard in its second and final reading. Motion.
Motion.
Second.
Motion made by Mr. Karifi, seconded by Ms. Hernandez. Roll call. Mr. Karifi.
Yes.
Mr. Kavanaugh.
Yes.
Mr. McGrath.
No.
Ms. Patel.
Yes.
Ms. Hernandez.
Yes.
Okay. Motion to open up the public hearing for ordinance 2026-10.
Motion.
Second.
Motion made by Mr. Karifi, seconded by Ms. Hernandez. Roll call. Mr. Karifi.
Yes.
Mr. Kavanaugh. Mr. McGrath.
Yes.
Ms. Patel.
Yes.
Ms. Hernandez.
Yes.
Floor is open to the public on this ordinance only. Seeing no one, can I please have a motion to close the public hearing?
Motion.
Second.
Motion made by Ms. Hernandez, seconded by Ms. Patel. Roll call, Mr. Karifi.
Yes.
Mr. Kavanaugh.
Yes.
Mr. McGrath.
Yes.
Ms. Patel.
Yes.
Ms. Hernandez.
Yes.
Whereas the above ordinance was read in title on second reading and hearing held thereon, now therefore be it resolved that this ordinance be passed on final reading and that notice of final passage of said ordinance be published in a newspaper according to law. May I please have a motion to approve the resolution above for ordinance 2026-10?
Motion.
Second.
Motion made by Mr. Hernandez, seconded by Mr. Karifi. Roll call. Mr. Karifi.
Yes.
Mr. Kavanaugh.
Yes.
Mr. McGrath.
No.
Ms. Patel.
No.
And Ms. Hernandez.
Yes.
Okay. It's 3-2. Motion passes. Ordinance 2026-11. An ordinance to amend Chapter 430 entitled Zoning of the Revised General Ordinances of the Township of Parsippany-Troy Hills to establish a new AHD 10 Affordable Housing District Zone, Block 136, Lot 43.6. The notice for 2026-11 was published in the Daily Record, the official newspaper of the Township of Parsippany-Troy Hills, on February 23rd, 2026, and introduced at the February 17th, 2026 regular meeting. May I please have a motion to accept ordinance number 2026-11 to be heard in the second and final reading?
Motion.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Motion made by Ms. Patel, seconded by Mr. Karifi. Roll call, Mr. Karifi.
Yes.
Mr. Kavanaugh.
Yes.
Mr. McGrath.
No.
Ms. Patel.
Yes.
And Ms. Hernandez.
Yes.
May I please have a motion to open up the public hearing for ordinance 2026-11?
Motion. Second.
Motion made by Ms. Patel, seconded by Ms. Hernandez. Mr. Karifi?
Yes.
Mr. Kavanaugh?
Yes.
Mr. McGrath?
Yes.
Ms. Patel?
Yes.
Ms. Hernandez?
Yes.
The floor is open to the public on this ordinance only. Okay, seeing no one, can I have a motion to close?
Motion.
Motion made by Mr. Karifi, and who seconded that? Ms. Hernandez. Roll call, Mr. Karifi.
Yes.
Mr. Kavanaugh?
Yes.
Mr. McGrath?
No.
Ms. Patel?
Yes.
And Ms. Hernandez.
Yes.
Whereas the above ordinance was read in title on second reading and a hearing held thereon, now therefore be it resolved that said ordinance be passed on final reading and that notice of final passage of said ordinance be published in a newspaper according to law. Can I please have a motion to approve the resolution above for ordinance 2026-1?
Motion. Second.
Motion made by Ms. Patel, seconded by Ms. Hernandez. Roll call, Mr. Karifi.
Yes.
Mr. Kavanaugh.
Yes.
Mr. McGrath.
No.
Ms. Patel.
Yes.
And Ms. Hernandez.
Yes.
Motion passes.
The errata sheets.
Okay, you want to speak before we get into it?
Well, you can
Introduce? Okay. So, ordinance 2026-12, an ordinance to amend Chapter 430 entitled Zoning of the Revised General Ordinances of the Township of Parsippany-Troy Hills to establish a new overlay 8A Affordable Housing District Zone, Block 105, Lot 2.02. The notice for ordinance 2026-12 was published in the Daily Record, the official newspaper of the Township of Parsippany-Troy Hills, on February 23rd, 2026, and introduced at the February 17th, 2026 regular meeting. May I please have a motion to accept?
Motion.
Second.
Motion made by Mr. Karifi, seconded by Ms. Patel.
So each council member has in their packet an errata sheet, so this ordinance is, as all the other ones were presented in front of the planning board. There was a typo not in the ordinance, but how we listed it, it's block 202, lot 105, but the ordinance and the publication was correct, as to where that is. And there were just some minor changes to, some setbacks. It does not change any of the substance, the density, or the really controlling parts of it. I just want to call that out for the record. There's also an addition with regards to one of the other ordinances also.
I'm just going into roll call. Mr. Karifi?
Yes.
Mr. Kavanaugh?
Yes.
Mr. McGrath?
No.
Ms. Patel?
Yes.
And Ms. Hernandez. Mr. McGrath, what was your vote?
No.
Okay, just want to be clear. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Public hearing, can I please have a motion to open up the public hearing for ordinance 2026-12?
Motion.
Second.
Motion made by Mr. Karifi, seconded by Ms. Hernandez. Roll call, Mr. Karifi?
Yes.
Mr. Kavanaugh?
Yes.
Mr. McGrath?
Yes.
Ms. Patel?
Yes.
And Ms. Hernandez?
Yes.
Okay, anyone to speak on this ordinance only? Seeing no one, can I get a motion to close the public hearing?
Motion. Second.
Motion made by Ms. Hernandez, Ms. Patel, seconded by Ms. Hernandez. Roll call. Mr. Karifi?
Yes.
Mr. Kavanaugh?
Yes.
Mr. McGrath?
This is to close the public session, right, Glenn?
That is correct, Mr. McGrath.
Yes.
Ms. Patel?
Yes.
And Ms. Hernandez?
Yes.
Whereas the above ordinance was read in title on second reading and hearing held thereon, now therefore be it resolved that this ordinance be passed on final reading and that notice of final passage of said ordinance be published in a newspaper according to law. Motion to approve the resolution above for ordinance 2026-12.
Make a motion. Second.
Motion made by Ms. Hernandez, seconded by Ms. Patel. Roll call, Mr. Karifi.
Yes.
Mr. Kavanaugh.
Yes.
Mr. McGrath.
No.
Ms. Patel.
Yes.
And Ms. Hernandez.
Yes.
Motion passes. Ordinance 2026-13, an ordinance to amend Chapter 430 entitled Zoning of the Revised General Ordinance of the Township of Parsippany-Troy Hills to establish a new AHD 12 Affordable Housing District Zone, Block 725, Lots 1 and 3. The notice for Ordinance 2026-13 was published in a daily record, the official newspaper of the Township of Parsippany-Troy Hills on February 23rd, 2026, introduced at the February 17th, 2026 regular meeting. Can I please have a motion to accept Ordinance 2026-13, which is heard in its second and final reading?
Motion.
Second?
Motion made by Mr. Karifi, seconded by Ms. Hernandez. Roll call, Mr. Kavanaugh.
Yes.
Mr. Karifi.
Yes.
Mr. McGrath.
No.
Ms. Patel.
Yes.
Ms. Hernandez.
Yes.
Okay. May I please have a motion to open up the public hearing for ordinance 2026-13?
Motion.
Second?
Motion made by Mr. Karifi, seconded by Ms. Hernandez. Roll call. Mr. Karifi.
Yes.
Mr. Kavanaugh.
Yes.
Mr. McGrath.
Yes.
Ms. Patel.
Yes.
Ms. Hernandez.
Yes.
The floor is open to the public. Seeing no one, may I please have a motion to close the public hearing?
Motion.
Second.
Motion made by Ms. Patel, seconded by Mr. Karifi. Roll call, Mr. Karifi.
Yes.
Mr. Kavanaugh.
Yes.
Mr. McGrath.
Yes.
Ms. Patel.
Yes.
Ms. Hernandez.
Yes.
Whereas the above ordinance was read in title in the second reading and hearing held thereon, now therefore be it resolved that this ordinance be passed on final reading and that notice of final passage of said ordinance be published in a newspaper according to law. Motion to approve the resolution above for ordinance 2026-13.
Motion.
Second.
Motion made by Ms. Patel, seconded by Mr. Karifi. Roll call. Mr. Karifi.
Yes.
Mr. Kavanaugh.
Yes.
Mr. McGrath.
No.
Ms. Patel.
Yes.
And Ms. Hernandez.
Yes.
Motion passes 4-1. Ordinance 2026-14. An ordinance to amend Chapter 430 entitled Zoning of the Revised General Ordinance of the Township of Parsippany-Troy Hills to establish a new overlay 8A Affordable Housing District Zone, Block 105, Lot 2.02. The notice for ordinance what's this here? The notice for ordinance 2026-13 for 2026-14 was published in the Daily Record, the official newspaper of the Township of Parsippany-Troy Hills on February 23rd, 2026, introduced at the February 17th, 2026 regular meeting. Can I please have a motion to accept ordinance 2026-14?
Motion?
Second.
Motion made by Ms. Hernandez, seconded by Mr. Karifi. Go ahead, Mr.
This one also had some minor changes with regards to setbacks. It did not change any other of the substantial provisions of the ordinance. So it was recommended as consistent or not inconsistent by the planning board. I just wanted to call that out. Each council member was given a list with those changes.
I'm going into roll call, Mr. Karifi.
Yes.
Mr. Kavanaugh.
Yes.
Mr. McGrath.
No.
Ms. Patel.
Yes.
And Ms. Hernandez.
Yes.
Okay, may I please have a motion to open up the public hearing for ordinance 2026-14?
Motion?
Second.
Motion made by Mr. Hernandez, seconded by Ms. Patel. Roll call, Mr. Karifi.
Yes.
Mr. Kavanaugh.
Yes.
Mr. McGrath.
Yes.
Ms. Patel.
Yes.
Ms. Hernandez.
Yes.
Floor is open to the public. Seeing no one, can I get a motion to close the public hearing?
Motion.
Second?
Motion made by Mr. Karifi, seconded by Ms. Hernandez. Roll call. Mr. Karifi.
Yes.
Mr. Kavanaugh.
Yes.
Mr. McGrath.
Yes.
Ms. Patel.
Yes.
Ms. Hernandez.
Yes.
Whereas the above ordinance was read in title on second reading and a hearing held thereon, now therefore be it resolved that this ordinance be passed on final reading and the notice of final passage of said ordinance be published in a newspaper according to law. May I please have a motion to approve the resolution for the above ordinance of 2026-14?
Motion.
Second?
Motion made by Ms. Patel, seconded by Ms. Hernandez. Roll call, Mr. Karifi.
Yes.
Mr. Kavanaugh.
Yes.
Mr. McGrath.
No.
Ms. Patel.
Yes.
Ms. Hernandez.
Yes.
Okay, motion passes 4-1. Moving along to the public session, may I please have a motion to open up the public session?
Motion.
Second?
Motion made by Mr. Karifi, seconded by Ms. Hernandez. Roll call, Mr. Karifi.
Yes.
Mr. Kavanaugh.
Yes.
Mr. McGrath.
Yes.
Ms. Patel.
Yes.
Ms. Hernandez.
Yes.
Okay, the public session is open to the public. You can speak on any matter. You'd have 5 minutes to speak. Please state your name before speaking. Okay, oh, Bob, you coming up? Mr. Suarez, you coming up? Yeah, sometimes.
Oh, okay. I was worried about it.
Okay, excuse me, my name is Bob Venezzi and I live in Parsippany. It's just a matter of time before the remaining apartment projects on Parsippany's affordable housing plan formally request pilots from the township. Before that happens, I would like to review Parsippany's experience with the residential pilots that have been issued to date and provide a cost estimate for the residential pilots that will soon be coming before the council. I'll leave the discussion of industrial pilots for some other time. My research is based on official statistics published by Parsippany in a document titled Pilot Approved Sites. Each of you has a copy of this document, and I encourage you to fact-check me and perform your own pilot analysis based on the information contained in this document. According to my calculations, here is what the residential pilots issued so far are costing the township. 1, developers receive a discount of at least 50% from their ad valorem taxes. As a result, Parsippany will forfeit over $6 million in tax revenues each year for the next 30 years. 2, the $6 million pilot payments that Parsippany does receive are insufficient to cover the $10 million in municipal and educational costs that the township must provide to the new residents of these developments. Making up that difference requires an increase in the tax rate for regular taxpayers. The net effect is that your taxes increase every time a pilot involving school children is issued. 3, pilot projects are not included in Parsippany's tax base. If these properties had been taxed conventionally, Parsippany's tax ratables would have increased by $381 million. For perspective, the average ratable increase over the last 10 years annually is just $20 million each year. Such a once-in-a-generation increase in ratables is important to regular taxpayers because as ratables go up, taxes go down. In addition, when there's any kind of shortfall in the annual budget, only taxpayers in the tax base must pay more to cover the shortfall. Pilot developments are exempt. As I stated earlier, I expect the remaining projects in Parsippany's affordable housing plan to apply for pilots. Assuming they would get the same generous terms as our existing pilots, I estimate the following costs to Parsippany if the 1,335 apartments in these developments are given pilots. First, Parsippany would receive about $3.5 million in pilot payments versus more than $7 million in ad valorem tax revenues. Second, pilot payments of $3.5 million would be insufficient to cover municipal expenses plus educational costs, which when combined would total about $6.4 million. The annual operating budget deficit of $2.9 million would have to be made up by increasing the tax rate on the regular taxpayer. And third, there would be another loss of $232 million in tax ratables. Added to the $381 million lost ratables from the pilots already approved, and you're looking at a total of lost ratables to Parsippany that would be over $500 million. Billion with a B. Parsippany has already given away far too much money in tax revenues and tax ratables. Please do not continue repeating the same mistakes. Parsippany's taxpayers cannot afford it. Thank you.
Thank you, Bob. Mr. Aya?
Mr. Venezia is a tough act to follow. I'll give it my best shot. Thanks, Mr. McGrath, for your comments earlier. We were assured last summer that there would not be any more pilots, and we know how that worked out in December. Despite all of our concerns, 2 additional pilots were rammed through, including one warehouse that was well under construction. Of course, developers will ask for pilots. The town has rolled over in 2023 and put ourselves in a terrible negotiating stance, and that is not going to subside over time. All right, so again, we should not be pursuing any more pilots. I know they were not voted on tonight, but they are going to come up again. After my comments at the last town council meeting, the mayor addressed one of my points and said he had spoken with School Superintendent Karen Chase and Board of Education President Allison Cogan that he would include them in future negotiations. I appreciate that, but since taking office, the mayor and the town council had the ability to perform a partial reset with the school district by reversing the 2 pilots passed in December. It would also have been a chance to correct some of the damage done to the school district over the last 2 years. And while we're on the topic, I previously requested the issuance of a report, formal or informal, highlighting what the additional pilot money would be spent on. Given that spending has a higher priority for the town than the school district, it's worth knowing what that spending is. And with the recent financial revelations on compensation, that report should take on greater urgency. While money is fungible, the school district should not face extreme budget cuts when big raises are paid in town. I don't begrudge anyone a pay raise, and our township employees provide a valuable public service to the citizens of Parsippany, especially in the last month with all the snow. However, I do criticize the prior administration and citing pilots as a way to get around the 2% revenue cap for the school district while not coming to any kind of an agreement and keeping all the pilot funds collected to date. This issue will not go away, and at some point, silence becomes complicity. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Schwartz, we know who you are.
We know where you are. We know who you are. Good evening. I was going to speak about some other issues, but I'm going to skip the first one and jump to the subject of the Lake Hiawatha Library. The Lake Hiawatha Library, as I understand it now, is going to be rehabbed. Nothing will make the present building something the city can be proud of. So let's not try and renovate a structure that is without any redeeming architectural qualities. It will always be lacking in more ways than I can speak of in the time I have. If the $3 million in state funds are available, along with the $3 million in bonded money the city has approved, let us bond for the additional funds to tear it down and erect a truly functional space for the residents, rather than the cave-like atmosphere the present building greets us with. If Mayor Barbario had not been so preoccupied with pleasing pilot developers and paid more attention to the library, the amount of additional funds needed to build a new structure would not have been as much as it could be now. Former Mayor Barbario had his priorities, which were focused on pilots. By the way, why did it take the former mayor 3.5 years into his last term to visit the Lake Hiawatha Library? Trust me, I was involved with total building renovations during my years of employment. Those projects rarely turn out well. They are a great opportunity for a sharp low bidder to turn the job into a change order festival, which could cost nearly as much, if not more, as a new building. With that said, as far as the pilots go, there's nothing that says we have to give a 30-year pilot, correct?
Correct.
I believe the minimum is 10? Okay. From what I understand, there has been talk of trying to pass a bill several times in Trenton. I guess the builders' lobby is bigger than we think, to make the pilot donation from the builders to cover at least the schools and the utilities that the city would have to provide. In that way, we would at least be getting the money we need for the basic services. Is there verbiage that can be put into a pilot that says if such a bill was passed, that the pilot would have to be in lockstep with the new bill?
Is that all you have?
Pardon me?
Is that all you have, your question?
Well, there's lots I have, but I can't say. Yeah, it's like I said, I saw it in Jersey City. It was I can't say, it was a clown show. I mean, the homeowners that had been there for years and decades were getting hammered, and the people living in the pilot buildings were just floating along, happy as can be, because they were getting a break, and the loyal citizens that have lived in this town for decades are going to get a bad deal. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Suarez. Anyone else? Ms. Saladino? Please sign in before you speak.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, so I wasn't planning on speaking tonight, which is what usually happens, because I'm not necessarily researching and then coming here to present information, which I love your sweater. I'm sorry, I had to say that.
I know.
Okay, sorry. Anyway, my observation is more of what I wanted to speak about. So I sat there and typed up some notes really quickly. Can everyone hear me? Okay. I typed up some notes really quickly, so I'm going to try not to sound like I'm just reading. And before I do start, though, I want to thank Mr. Suarez, because every time he gets up to speak, and I'm not saying that I don't appreciate what every citizen brings to these meetings, but every time he gets up to speak, I have one of these moments. And that's because I hear like hope, and I hear things that, anyway, I love it. So I want to make 2 points. One point is that I believe that every one of us in this room, including all of you sitting here, including Mr. McGrath, we can all agree on these 2 things, I am hoping. One would be no unreasonable taxation and no bearing the burden of additional taxes so that billionaire developers can get their tax advantages. We've all had enough of this. Everywhere they turn, what do they get? Rebates, incentives, tax breaks. They're spending money paying off our government officials. I'm not talking about all of you, but they're paying off our government officials so that they can get all of these breaks. And then we carry the burden. We break our backs every day for our families and our communities. We help each other when someone's in need. The government doesn't help us. We help each other. When someone in the community is hurting or in need, guess who is digging into their very shallow, maximally taxed pockets? We are. We help each other. We pay the most taxes, but yet instead of getting the services that help our neighbors, we help our neighbors as well. And I'm seeing this a lot lately. And I don't mind doing it. I'll keep doing it. But I want the government to figure out a way to help us too, because that's what we pay taxes for. So, we're super tired of this. I think we can all agree on it. We don't want to bear the burden. The billionaires should be paying more. Another thing that I think we can all agree on is the importance of the children. the children all over the world. But specifically, I'm talking about our community. They're the future of this community. Their safety, their education, and their socialization are so important to the future of Parsippany. So I think everyone in this room wants the school to thrive. Like, we want the schools to have money. We want the kids to have the best teachers and the best programs, the best curriculum. So we agree on all of those things. And then we come here, and I know, like Bob, I appreciate, does a lot of research. He brings numbers. I've heard these numbers spoken about many times about possibly lost revenue. I would love it if there could be some research and some report and just some explanation on whether or not that's true. Because when we sit here and we hear that there are hundreds of millions of dollars of lost revenue, and then we're bearing the burden for it, it hurts. And we don't know who to look to and how to think about it. So maybe we could just get some clear reporting on that. Okay? And now that we've talked about everything we agree on, my observation, and this is not original, a friend of mine used the term today, and I feel like it applies. We are experiencing a crisis of imagination. Basically what's happening is we're dealing with difficult issues, and we're all clashing on
30
them.
seconds.
I understand that the intent to vote yes to rezone is because we're simply voting on rezoning. I might go over by like 10 seconds because I was chatty. We don't want to be in contempt, or we don't want to have issues with the state. However, and Mr. McGrath, I need to say this, stomping our feet and voting no seems to be more performative so that people say, yes, 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 he's got our best interest at heart. But I would like to hear the alternative ideas. What should happen instead? It ends up looking like positioning, and then, of course, people are pumped up, as I said, but, let's hear some alternatives. Let's not just vote no when we're being told by the town attorney that it might be putting us in a position to have to deal with litigation. So let's start brainstorming solutions, Mr. Suarez. Let's start brainstorming solutions. I'd love to see Mr. Suarez get involved because it sounds like he has experience. So, again, I just say we can't just go back and forth about pilots. I know I'm over talking. And tax consequences. We need to get creative, brainstorm creative ideas. And the last thing, abolish ICE. And I'm done.
All right, Lisa, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sure. So if I can make a quick comment, because I do want to make sure I address Mrs. Saladino's point. My goal is not to be disruptive to redevelopment. As I stated, I understand 100% the need for redevelopment. I understand the need for affordable housing. As a father of 4 kids, as if I want my kids to live in Parsippany, they can't afford a house in Parsippany today. They won't be able to afford one. But my point of this is, when we approved this plan, my expectation was not to have any pilots. What happened at the end of last year, and I was the only person to vote against them, was we got 2 major pilots, and I believe one saved $117 million for the developer. And that was stated by our town. That was the savings, $117 million. If $117 million is saved by the developer, that's paid for by the resident. I can't stress that enough. What I am concerned with is, as we move forward and rush things forward, I feel like there's going to be a lot more pilots requested of us. We already have 11, and as we've heard the lawyer, Mr. Marco, say, they are all going to ask for one. And my fear is, just like it was a 4-1 vote last time and I lost, this is going to be a 4-1 vote again. Maybe not for all, but for some. And each time we approve one, you, me, Mr. Suarez, Mr. Venezia, will all bear the brunt of that savings that goes to the developer. If they want to build it without a pilot, absolutely. But we cannot put anything in place, or we are not putting anything in place to block pilots from any of these. So until that happens, I'm not interested in it. If there's an opportunity to block pilots for all of these, I'm in. I will approve all of them. But I don't hear that happening. And what I see is this is going to be a number of pilots unknown to me. But if I don't stress that we cannot approve pilots because of the loss of revenue, then people will wake up one day and they're going to have $20,000 tax bills at their house because they were reassessed. And then everybody's going to have a really hard time living here.
Thank you, Mr. McGrath. Anyone else like to speak? Come on up, Mr. Barrios. You go ahead, you're fine. You've already signed in. Just state your name.
Tim Barrios, 24 Farmstead Drive. So I just want to say something that was just mentioned by the last speaker. I think we've had about 3 years of discussing alternatives and other options. Just a handful of us, maybe less, maybe about half a dozen. It's been a long 3 years. We've been criticized, bad-mouthed in the press, bad-mouthed online. I've had the cops sent to my house by one of our lovely councilmen. So, yeah, we've been speaking. Welcome to the party. I'd like to, we've had a lot of things in the press about some of the shenanigans that were going on, especially over the last 60 days of the administration, of the last administration, and probably for longer than that, for all we know. And these things are very disturbing, especially as a taxpayer. Being one of the many, I think it's like 14 elected officials in town. I know when I first was elected to the Board of Ed, and we came to the board, and we saw that, things were not looking right. About 4 or 5 of us demanded a forensic audit. We did it, we performed it, we found what the problems were, and we fixed it. And 14 years later, after 8 awards, I said we did a pretty good job. I mean, you can always do better, but, we saw the problem and we fixed it. I am asking this council to use your power and work with the administration and do a forensic audit, because if half of what we are reading is true, it's very disturbing. And I know as a business owner, if I did that as a business owner, I'd probably go into jail. So I think as a taxpayer, and since the council represents us, I think it's a good idea to start doing some sort of auditing to see what is and what is not happening and what has happened. We have paragraphs that were approved in a resolution and it disappeared in the final contract. I mean, all these things are just, I'm stunned. So I am asking for a forensic audit. And if nothing else, I still want to know where that $17,500 went. Because I still like to know what that audit happened, what happened with that audit, what were the results, what happened to $17,500 that was approved by this council. Not this council, I'm sorry, the council prior. Last thing, I want to leave on a positive note, because I'm just one heck of a positive guy. So we had, thanks to the mayor and working with me and other folks on the Parsippany project, we had the snow team put together. And I want to give a shout out to not only the mayor, but his team, Miss Stacy, who coordinated things with me tremendously and helped me throughout this process. Anybody in the council who was able to kick in. And I think, even though it was a long couple of days, I think the last time I saw on the list, there were over 70 seniors who requested help. I don't believe we got to all of them, but we did get to a large number of them. And, that is what I think we should be about. I'm not worried about ICE. I'm worried about Parsippany. And I'm worried about our people in Parsippany. And if that little bit of shoveling could have made us better, then I'm all for it. Thank you.
Thank you, Tim.
Anyone else? Okay, seeing no one, I'd like to entertain a motion to close the public hearing.
Motion.
Second.
Motion made by Mr. Karifi. Seconded by Ms. Patel. Roll call, Mr. Karifi.
Yes.
Mr. Kavanaugh.
Yes.
Mr. McGrath.
Yes.
Ms. Patel.
Yes.
And Mr. Hernandez.
Yes.
Okay, moving along to the public hearing for Craftsman Farms with regards to the White Cottage Phase 2 Rehabilitation Project. This is a public hearing for the pre-qualification regulations for bidders for the Craftsman Farms White Cottage Phase 2 Rehabilitation Project. I'd like to entertain a motion to open up the public hearing.
Second.
Motion made by Mr. Hernandez, seconded by Mr. Karifi. Roll call, Mr. Karifi.
Yes.
Mr. Kavanaugh.
Yes.
Mr. McGrath.
Yes.
Ms. Patel.
Yes.
Mr. Hernandez.
Yes.
Public hearing is open. Would anyone from Craftsman Farms like to say anything, or we're okay? Looks like we're good. Seeing no one else? Fantastic. May I have a motion to entertain?
Motion.
Yes, thank you. Motion and second.
Second.
Okay, fantastic. Motion by Mr. Karifi, seconded by Ms. Patel. Roll call, Mr. Karifi.
Yes.
Mr. Kavanaugh.
Yes.
Mr. McGrath.
Yes.
Ms. Patel.
Yes.
And Ms. Hernandez.
Yes.
Okay, public hearing closed. I guess congratulations are in order. If you could just go over the consent agenda, approval of minutes real quick, because that will be done at the next meeting. Moving along to presentations and reports. Mayor?
Yes. Yes, I do have a report. Good evening, everyone. My focus since last meeting has been budget. It continues. Mark will give a better update than I can. I've been meeting people, calling them back, making myself accessible to just about anybody who walks into the office, permitting that I'm actually there sometimes because I'm out a lot. I recently had a chance to visit the Rockaway Neck First Aid Squad for their oath of officers and the Rainbow Lakes annual department dinner. Furthermore, I went to the PAL Wrestling Pasta Dinner for the tricky tray to help them out. I want to thank the crew in the kitchen for making some of the best pasta I ever had. So thank you, folks. 2 ribbon cuttings, which DM will cover. You got that one, right? Okay. All right. I'll skip that. Went to the Little Vikings cheerleading competition. Most of the things were on the weekends and evenings, so I was not taking up any daytime, work responsibilities from the town. But the Little Vikings cheerleading competition, I had absolute fun over there. I want to echo what Tim Barrio said with the Mayor's Snow Team. I want to thank all volunteers, young and old, including the Board of Ed. I asked them to promote this in their 2 high schools for the next snowstorm. We got lucky that we didn't have to do it with the 3rd snowstorm in the first 2 months of my term. I do want to thank Stacy Ward's entire family. They actually shoveled so many driveways. And they didn't feel any pain at all the next day, which was very surprising. And there was a young man named Kensley who volunteered without having a shovel. Kudos to him, where he called us up on that Monday and saying, listen, I want to help, but I don't have a shovel. So we got him a shovel. The other thing, I visited Lake Hiawatha Library quite a few times with my BA. We are looking at all options of what we can do. I have not forgotten, is being discussed frequently. We are also working with the state to see how they can help, give us some money. Comment on the pilots. As much as everybody has passion, remember there are some new faces on the dais. As I mentioned before, that the Board of Ed will have a seat at the table when there is something to discuss. We are meeting with them this week to see what kind of framework we can set up. The council will be involved, something I said again last week, on everything that comes through. Nothing will be given to them at the last minute. And I'll be honest with you, nothing is being pushed through. Today we are just complying, with something that's just old business that needs to be cleaned up. Finally, I'm working on something called community engagement, where we discuss and deliberate issues important to you, to me, and for Parsippany. Details will be shared once this plan is finalized. Thank you.
Now, Mayor, do you have the proclamations you want to read, or?
Yes.
Okay.
So before I read these 4 proclamations to some wonderful people who deserve it, I have a good friend of mine who would like to say a few words. Come on.
Good evening. My name is Elaine Dolsky, and I have the pleasure tonight to honor and recognize Vicki Lambert Rice as one of the 4 recipients of the Sokolowski Senior Citizen of the Year. Hold on. Vicki, so well deserved. You keep us informed at our Lake Hiawatha Seniors Club meetings. You plan trips, holiday parties, relevant speakers, and we appreciate all that you do. So on behalf of the members of the Lake Hiawatha Club, she's just coming back, recovering from yeah, there you go. From the members, not everyone could be here this evening. Of course, the weather didn't cooperate, but I know that they would have been, and we'll celebrate again tomorrow at our meeting. So, Vicki, thank you so much for all that you do. Well deserved.
Okay. Township of Parsippany-Troy Hills Proclamation. Whereas the Township of Parsippany-Troy Hills is proud to recognize outstanding senior resident whose dedication... Let me get the right one here. Oh, right here. Outstanding senior resident whose dedication, compassion, and volunteerism strengthens our community, and whereas Vicki E. Rice has devoted more than 55 years of volunteer service to organizations that enrich the lives of Parsippany residents, demonstrating unwavering commitment to community engagement and leadership. And whereas, as a member of the Lake Hiawatha Senior Club for 11 years and serving as president since 2020, Vicki revitalized the organization following the challenges of COVID-19 pandemic, reorganizing the club, reconnecting members, and expanding programming to keep seniors active, informed, and socially engaged. And whereas, through organizing trips, luncheons, speakers, entertainment, fundraising efforts, and community outreach, she has worked tirelessly to enhance the well-being of local seniors while keeping participation affordable and accessible. And whereas, as an active member of the American Legion Auxiliary Post 249 since 2018, and the Parsippany Elks since 2018, Vicki has supported fundraising initiatives benefiting veterans, local families, scholarships, and community programs, including efforts to assist homeless veterans and providing seeing eye dogs to those in need. And whereas, as president of the board of directors of Blue Eagles Alumni Drum and Bugle Corps and a dedicated member of over 28 years, Vicki has helped preserve and promote community traditions through performances at parades, civic events, veteran ceremony, and charitable functions, including participation in Memorial Day and Veterans Day observances. And whereas her leadership, generosity of spirit, and passion for service exemplify the very best of Parsippany's community values and have made a meaningful and lasting impact on countless residents. Now, therefore, I, Mayor Pulkit Desai, on behalf of the Township Council and the residents of Parsippany-Troy Hills, do hereby proudly recognize and congratulate Vicki E. Rice as the recipient of the 2025 Sokolowski Senior Citizen of the Year Award and extend our deepest gratitude for her extraordinary dedication, leadership, and service to our community. Dated the 3rd of March, 2026. Thank you, Vicki. The next person is Evelyn DeCastro. Proud son. Township of Parsippany-Troy Hills Proclamation, whereas the Township of Parsippany-Troy Hills is proud to recognize outstanding senior resident whose dedication, compassion, and volunteerism strengthens our community, and whereas Evelyn DeCastro has demonstrated a lifetime of service and generosity through her long-standing involvement with the Parsippany Women's Club and numerous charitable initiatives benefiting local citizens. And whereas for many years, Evelyn has supported the JBWS, the Morris County organization assisting victims of domestic violence, contributed to environmental initiatives including recycling and tree planting efforts, and consistently participate in projects designed to uplift and assist vulnerable members of our community. And whereas at nearly 100 years young, Evelyn recently participated in the Women's Club annual Cookie and Candy Project benefiting residents of local nursing homes and the Fireman's Home, exemplifying her continued dedication despite limited mobility. And whereas through her quiet leadership, compassion, and commitment to give back, she has inspired others by demonstrating the importance of service, kindness, and making every individual feel valued and appreciated. And whereas her many years of volunteerism reflect a true spirit of community engagement and leaving a meaningful and lasting impact on Parsippany-Troy Hills. Now, therefore, I, Pulkit Desai, on behalf of the Township Council and the resident of Parsippany-Troy Hills, do hereby proudly recognize and congratulate Evelyn DeCastro as a nominee for the 2025 Sokolowski Senior Citizen of the Year Award, and extend our sincere gratitude for her extraordinary dedication and lifetime of service to our community on the 3rd day of March 2026. Thank you very much. Where is June Golden? There she is. Come on up. You're on. The proclamation is right. You should be. You well deserved. Thank you. Stand right next to me. Okay. The Township of Parsippany-Troy Hills Proclamation. Whereas the Township of Parsippany-Troy Hills is proud to recognize outstanding senior resident whose dedication, compassion, and volunteerism strengthens our community, and whereas June Golden, founder of the Bright and Beautiful Therapy Dogs, Inc., has dedicated 37 years to bringing comfort, companionship, and hope to individuals throughout Parsippany and beyond. Whereas through her leadership and volunteer service, therapy dog teams have uplifted patients in hospital and nursing homes, supported individuals in shelters and psychiatric facilities, and encouraged literacy and confidence in local schools and libraries. And whereas her unwavering compassion and commitment exemplified the very spirit of volunteerism and community service, leaving a lasting and meaningful impact on countless lives. Now, therefore, I, Mayor Pulkit Desai, on behalf of the Township Council and the residents of Parsippany-Troy Hills, do hereby proudly recognize and congratulate June Golden as a recipient of the 2025 Sokolowski Senior Citizen of the Year Award and extend our deepest gratitude for her extraordinary contributions, dedication, and service to our community on the 3rd of March 2026. June? I know you're honored, but I'm honored.
Thank you, everyone. You're welcome. Thank you.
Okay. Judy Chase.
She's such a good person.
Right? Okay. Township of Parsippany-Troy Hills Proclamation. Whereas the Township of Parsippany-Troy Hills is proud to recognize outstanding senior resident whose dedication, compassion, and volunteerism strengthens our community, and whereas Judy Chase has devoted more than 50 years of service to the Parsippany Child Day Care Center, first as an employee and continuing as a dedicated board member, ensuring that generations of children are provided with a safe, nurturing, and enriching environment in which to learn and grow. And whereas through her steadfast leadership and commitment, she has maintained high standards of care and stability for families in our community, addressing the vital need for accessible and dependable early childhood education. And whereas, as an active member of Kavani's over the 31 years, Judy has generously shared her time and talents in support of service initiatives that benefit children and families throughout Parsippany and beyond. And whereas, through her involvement with the New York Blood Center for many years, she has supported efforts to meet critical healthcare needs and contribute to saving lives within our region. And whereas her decades of dedication reflect a deep commitment to community service, compassion for others, and a lasting impact on countless families and residents. Now, therefore, I, Mayor Pulkit Desai, as member of the Township Council and the resident of Parsippany-Troy Hills, do hereby proudly recognize and congratulate Judy Chase as a nominee for 2025 Sokolowski Senior Citizen of the Year Award and extend our sincere appreciation for her extraordinary service, compassion, and commitment to our community, dated on the 3rd of March 2026. Go, Judy. Absolutely, yes. So can we get all the honorees and the council for a picture? Thank you. You want to bind? All right. Let's get all the honorees. Up front, I'll just gather around. You guys have to come up front. Oh, why not? Franklin, there's all in, or?
We have to point 5 minutes.
You know what I mean? That's good. That was actually very good. I'll tell you one thing. Thank God for that chocolate covered strawberries. But God, it is what it is. Won't be another hour. It's okay. 7 minutes for this. There we go. Two more.
Say once, Incidentally. What sets this off?
Yeah, same. As soon as I sign it in, it goes.
Yeah, apparently. Okay, we're moving along to the Township Council. Before we go into the reports, I understand that we have two candidates for Board of Adjustment. I'd like to accept nominations, please.
I want to nominate Mahesh Prajapati for Board of Adjustment.
So we have a nomination for Mr. Mahesh Prajapati for a nomination for Board of Adjustment. Do I have a second on that?
Second.
Okay, Mr. Karifi seconding the nomination. Going to roll call, Mr. Karifi,
Yes.
Mr. Kavanaugh,
Yes.
Mr. McGrath,
Yes.
Ms. Patel,
Yes.
and Ms. Fernandez.
I'm going to say no because I had a nomination.
Yes, so Ms. Fernandez is saying no only for the reason being that she had a nomination, so it doesn't matter. So that's why she's saying no, not because she doesn't want the candidate. Moving along, any reports from Town Council?
No. I have a report.
Okay. Economic Development?
No, different
Okay.
report.
Okay.
So, as everyone may know, I have office hours weekly on Fridays. I actually had a resident stop by my office hours or at Town Hall during my office hours, and she wanted me to spread a message about a 15-year-old boy in this area. So I'm just going to quickly tell you the story and just ask for your help. There is a sheet in the mayor's office giving you more information about this situation and how you can help. So Juan Arube is from Morris County. He recently shared a video about his son Max. You might have seen it on the news or on social media. Max is a dedicated student and a talented pianist with big dreams for the future. He was recently diagnosed with a serious blood disorder, and now his future depends on finding a matching blood stem cell donor. And for the Urubi family, they're against the clock, essentially. So Max is of mixed ancestry, which makes finding a match even more difficult. He's of Latino ancestry, which makes the match even more difficult than being of mixed, because Latino patients have less than a 50% chance of finding a fully matched donor. And for those of mixed ancestry, like Max, that search becomes even more challenging. So if you are between the ages of 18 and 35, you can register online at nmdp.org to receive a sample cheek swab kit at home and return it to be added to the registry to see if you're a match to Max or someone else in this area or somewhere across the country who needs life-saving stem cell donation. So I'm personally asking all eligible residents on behalf of a resident who reached out to me to sign up on this website, get yourself swabbed, return it. Please join the registry like I will be doing after this meeting. Thank you.
Any other reports from council?
No, thank you.
No? Okay. Mr. DeMarco, our township attorney?
No, thank you.
Okay. Mr. Mark Seaman, the business administrator.
Thank you. Just a quick update. The mayor had mentioned earlier that, the budget has been a major priority for us. We've been working very hard to put that together. We're finalizing our department meetings this week, and we'll be meeting with the finance committee early next week. We'll be preparing budget books for the council as well so that they are received ahead of an introduction. So the schedule for introduction and for the budget for their for its through adoption would be March 17th. We would be introducing our budget. On April 7th, we would be holding department hearings. And then on April 21st, we'll be presenting the finalized budget for adoption. I just want to take a quick opportunity to thank all the departments for the hard work that they did putting this together in such short notice, and especially to our CFO, who has also been working tirelessly to get this all together. And thank you again to our team, who has been, again, working very hard to accommodate the schedules and getting these departments in as soon as possible so that we can put together a budget for this township. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Seaman. I don't have a report. Moving along to township offices and committees.
I have a report. Again, sorry guys. Okay, so the Mayor Polka Desai and the Economic Development Advisory Committee would like to inform the public about two upcoming ribbon cuttings. The first being Brucato's Foot and Ankle Surgery, 181 New Road, will be welcomed to the community on Saturday, March 21st at 12 p.m. noon. G King Fried Chicken at 176 Parsippany Road will be welcomed to the community on Sunday, March... Frank, you wrote 289. 28th or 29th? 28th at 11:30 a.m. Residents, business owners, and members of the community are invited to attend these ceremonies to help welcome these new businesses to Parsippany. The Economic Development Team continues its commitment to supporting local entrepreneurs and strengthening the township's business community. The Parsippany-Troy Hills Economic Development Committee, in partnership with the Parsippany Area Chamber of Commerce, announces the Parsippany Veterans Banner Program is now accepting submissions to honor our community's veterans, active duty, reserves, and National Guard members. This program recognizes the brave men and women who have served our country with a beautiful, full-color 18 by 36 patriotic banner, proudly displayed along North Beverwick Road. Each banner features the honoree's photo, and basic military information, serving as a lasting tribute and a public thank you from our community. Deadline to have your flag on display in time for the Memorial Day celebrations is March 15th. For submissions and details and additional information, please visit www.parsippanyveterans.com. This initiative underscores the Economic Development Committee's ongoing commitment to strengthening a vibrant and thriving local business community and ensuring Parsippany remains a destination of choice for businesses and entrepreneurs. The Economic Development Committee's next meeting will be held on Thursday, March 12th at 6:30 p.m. in the third floor conference room at 90 East Halsey Road. The public is welcome to attend. Please RSVP to Chairman Frank Cahill at 973-559-6000. Thank you. This is also what the banners, the information. No.
Any other reports from the committees? Okay, moving along to the non-consent agenda. R 2026-61, authorizing the award of a contract for professional services to Joseph DeMarco Esquire of the firm of Skorinsky Hollenbach LLC as Township Attorney for the year of 2026. Can I get a motion to approve the resolution above?
I have a question. Didn't we already do this at the first meeting of the year?
So, yes and no. So you, if you're like me, I can stay, but you only really gave me a 3-month because you didn't do an RFP. Sorry, you didn't do an RFP. So you did issue one. I did respond to it, and it's the recommendation of the purchasing agent that it be awarded. So it was on it was through the non-fair, not open process as opposed to the fair and open process.
I just,
If you don't like me, Paul,
I swore we did this already.
if you don't like me, Councilman, you can vote no.
Hey,
Bob, what do you think?
Good thing Bob doesn't get a vote.
Could I have a motion?
Motion.
Motion made by Mr. Hernandez, seconded by Ms. Patel. Roll call. Mr. Karifi?
Yes.
Mr. Kavanaugh?
Yes.
Mr. McGrath?
Yes.
Ms. Patel?
Yes.
And Ms. Hernandez?
Yes.
Congratulations, Mr. DeMarco.
Thank you.
Again.
R 2026-62, intent to appropriate funds or bonds for affordable housing in the event of a funding shortfall. Motion to approve with the resolution above.
Motion.
Second.
Hey, Colette,
Yes, sir.
this is not on the agenda that you sent me. What is this one, please?
Oh, this is an intent to appropriate funds or bonds for affordable housing in the event of a funding shortfall.
What does that mean?
So you have an obligation to do rehab, which is separate and apart from the affordable units that you're existing. There is a fund that is available for that, should there be a shortfall at any given point in time. This just says that you can go out and try to raise those funds and then get reimbursed by future fees that are collected for that fund.
I have a motion to approve.
Motion.
Second. Motion made by Ms. Patel, seconded by Mr. Karifi. Roll call, Mr. Karifi.
Yes.
Mr. Kavanaugh.
Yes.
Mr. McGrath.
Yes.
Ms. Patel.
Yes.
And Ms. Hernandez.
Yes.
Motion passes. R 2026-63, Mr. McGrath. I don't know if this one is on there either, than if that one was on.
It's not.
Okay, so R 2026-63, adopting the affirmative fair housing marketing plan for affordable housing in Region 2. Could I have a motion?
Motion. Second.
Motion.
What is this one, Colette? Excuse me?
Yeah, I'm gonna have him explain right
Yeah,
now.
so all affordable units need to be marketed in a way that provides access to the public, so then they're not supposed to be hidden. It's supposed to be giving people an opportunity to qualify, to at least apply. And this sets forth the plan that tells people that if you build an affordable unit, this is the marketing plan, so it has to be in the paper, it has to be on our local website. You have to shop it or at least present it to local groups, so everyone is aware that this housing is available and they know how to apply.
What is Region 2?
Region 2 is just a region the state puts us in.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, so this north central region is Region 2.
okay. So,
Mr. DeMarco, does that limit it to certain people being advertised to, or open it up to more people being advertised to? How does that work in Region 2?
It opens it up, you're supposed to list it on the state site, and then your local sites, your local paper, right? So the concept is you wouldn't just advertise down in Atlantic City for people to come to Parsippany, right? You would advertise within the region, right? So it's a geographic region, but it also says that you should reach out to those groups, right? Whether that's a church or things of that nature, that have people in that community that would want to apply.
Thank you.
Roll call, Mr. Karifi.
Yes.
Mr. Kavanaugh.
Yes.
Mr. McGrath.
Yes.
Ms. Patel.
Yes.
And Ms. Hernandez.
Yes.
Motion passes. Moving along to approval of payroll and bills list. CFO Angelica Sabatini recommends authorization for payment. 1, authorized payment of the March 13, 2026 regular miscellaneous payroll estimated at $1,650,000. And 2, payment of bills from voucher list of 3/3/26, which is $1,759,266.43. May I please have a motion to approve the authorization for payment?
Motion.
second?
Motion made by Ms. Patel, seconded by Ms. Hernandez. Roll call. Mr. Karifi.
Yes.
Mr. Kavanaugh.
Yes.
Mr. McGrath.
Yes.
Ms. Patel.
Yes.
And Ms. Hernandez.
Yes.
Motion passes. Moving along to executive session. Whereas the Open Public Meetings Act, PL 1975, Chapter 231, permits the exclusion of the public from a meeting in certain circumstances, and whereas the Township Council is of the opinion that such circumstances presently exist, and whereas the Township Council wishes to discuss attorney-client privilege matters and litigation, and whereas minutes will be kept, and once the matter involving the confidentiality of the above no longer requires confidentiality, the minutes of the meeting can be made public. Now therefore be it resolved by the Township Council of the Township of Parsippany-Troy Hills that the public be excluded from this meeting. Can I have a motion to adjourn into closed session?
Motion.
Second.
Motion made by Ms. Hernandez, seconded by Mr. Karifi. Roll call, Mr. Karifi.
Yes.
Mr. Kavanaugh.
Yes.
Mr. McGrath.
Yes.
Ms. Patel.
Yes.
And Ms. Hernandez.
Yes.
Okay, we are now going to adjourn into closed session for a few minutes. We'll be back. Please have a motion to reconvene into open session.
Motion.
Second.
Motion made by Mr. Karifi, seconded by Ms. Patel. Roll call, Mr. Karifi.
Yes.
Mr. Kavanaugh.
Yes.
Mr. McGrath.
Yes.
Ms. Patel.
Yes.
And Ms. Hernandez.
Yep.
Back in open session.
No, I mean, we discussed two pending litigations, the Revax matter versus Township of Parsippany and the Rosina matter. No public action is being taken. As anticipated, though, at the next public meeting, there would be resolutions related to both of those actions.
Thank you, Mr. DeMarco. And may I please have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
Motion.
Second.
Motion made by Mr. Karifi, seconded by Mr. Tell. Roll call, Mr. Karifi. Mr. Kavanaugh.
Yes.
Mr. McGrath.
Yes.
Mr. Tell.
Yes.
Ms. Hernandez.
Yes.
Thank you, everyone. Have a great night. Matt, you're good?
Thanks, sir.
You got it, sir.
So there is